What is going on, LEGO investors? So today we're going to talk about a Star Wars set that I really like, but this type of set is really not my way of investing. It's way too expensive. Typically, I would much rather spend this money on multiple smaller sets than this one big set. But these types of sets can do very well in retirement. But ultimately, it just comes down to funds, and that's why I don't invest in them. But I really like this set that has come out. So I'll give my thoughts and opinions on this set. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. It will definitely help the channel and it will help the community. So let's dive into it. Today we're talking about the TIE Interceptor, which is item number 75382. It has 1,931 pieces and is coming out May 4th, 2024. And it retails for $229.99. And this set includes one minifigure, which is a TIE Interceptor pilot, which shockingly, we don't have a lot of these minifigures available. So this set is a part of the UCS style line, and when you get into the UCS style, it's much larger, which means it's more expensive. It's definitely nice that they did the smaller scale, but that tells me that they're going to come out with a much larger scale later on in the future. So that can be very bad for this set, which we'll talk about in a moment. So this set kind of reminds me of the X-Wing Starfighter. It's roughly the same price. And honestly, this set has not been doing the best. In comparison of the X-Wing Starfighter and then the TIE Interceptor, I love the TIE Interceptor far more than the X-Wing Starfighter. They're just going to mass produce X-Wings. They have been mass produced before, they'll continue. So that's why I like the TIE Interceptor more. I just think it's a cooler design and there's going to be less overall sets compared to an X-Wing. So let's take a look at some previous TIE Interceptors that we have out right now. So we have the much smaller 32-piece TIE Interceptor, which was $5, got a value of $54. And then the blue TIE Interceptor, which was $20, value of $136. And then we have the 2000 version, which is also a UCS style. And when I say UCS, it's Ultimate Collector Series. This one retailed for $100, and it's got a value of $1,089.20. That's a growth of 989.3%. That is insane. I love the price of this set. It is phenomenal. And then we've got a Microfighter, which was $10, got a value of $24. And then we've got the TIE Interceptor and Death Star, retail for $10, value of $36. And then a Magazine TIE Interceptor with a value of $3.79. And then the Black Ace TIE Interceptor, retail for $50, got a value of $64. And right now we have a Mandalorian Fang fighter versus the TIE Interceptor, which is retail for $100. This set's going to go on a massive sale. And then we have a much smaller TIE Interceptor, which is coming out this year, retail for $5. Which honestly, for this set, it doesn't look bad. I think it looks actually pretty amazing. So after looking at all these, what does it tell me? It means TIE Interceptors have a history of doing very well. Now, are we going to see the previous, anywhere remotely of the previous UCS TIE Interceptor that is currently valued at $1,000? No, there is no way we are hitting anywhere near that. I think this set, which retails for $230, I think maybe we might be able to get $280 for it. I don't think we're going to hit $300. I foresee them coming out with a much larger TIE Interceptor in the maybe $400 to $500 range in the future, and that will ultimately hurt this set. Or on the opposite end, it could help it because people won't want to buy the more expensive one, kind of like how the Razor Crest is. A lot of people loved the UCS Razor Crest, but in reality, people like the much smaller one because it's a greater price. You get the same set. So I think we're going to see much smaller profits with this set, but I do believe we will see a profit. Now, it really all depends on how long this set remains out. If it stays for 2 years, then yeah, I definitely think we'll hit the pricing that I said, but we are not going to see insane pricing. I think at max we'll probably see $300, but you have to remember, when you are selling a Lego set, especially if you sell locally, so I don't sell online, I only sell locally, selling a $300 set is extremely brutal. It is a long hold. You're far better off investing in smaller sets and selling multiple in comparison to one. But it all depends on your investing style. If you have a ton of money, that this might work for you. But unfortunately, even though I love this set, I probably will not be investing in it. if it went on a massive sale, then, I might consider one. But overall, I'd much rather invest in other smaller sets than a much larger set. So since I think this will probably do how the X-Wing Starfighter will do, although I think ours will do better, let's take a look at some previous X-Wings out. Or actually, really quick, the TIE Interceptor pilot. So our set comes with one, and it should be unique. And shockingly, we do not have a lot of these pilots out. And you would think that the pricing of this minifigure is insane because we pretty much only have just this one, and it's got a value of $7.58. Is ours going to go insane? No, I think because this one was weak, I think our minifigure will not do well. We might hit $10, maybe even 15, but people are buying this set for the Interceptor, not the minifigure. It's just great that we kind of get a minifigure. I honestly would have expected LEGO to avoid including a minifigure, but I do want you to be aware that this Interceptor pilot exists, but they're just not doing that well. So let's take a look at some previous X-Wings and just look in comparison. We have 34 X-Wings. Obviously, the one we're looking at is Luke Skywalker's, but just X-Wings are mass produced. It's a bread and butter set. They're going to continue remaking these in the future, and I really like looking at the Interceptor because we only have 10 sets, and yeah, we'll get some more in the future, but not at the level of a TIE or an X-Wing. So I just want you to be aware of that. There's a lot less sets overall in comparison, even though we are comparing the two. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. How do you think this set will do? Do you think it will hit $300, or do you think it's going to maybe hover around the $280 range? I think in today's market it's very hard for expensive sets to sell, because if you look at the X-Wing Starfighter, this has been on sale for quite a while, or I want to say we've seen other sales like at Walmart, and I would expect these sets to really be out of stock, selling consistently and really popular. But overall, they're just not popular, and I think it comes down to the price tag. And I think since the X-Wing Starfighter really has struggled, I think this one's going to struggle, but it will do better. I think it's a phenomenal build. It just looks awesome. Looks amazing. It's great. It's great that we get the minifigure, but it's a great display piece. And I think this one, I think people will gravitate towards the TIE Interceptor in comparison to the X-Wing Starfighter. But we need to keep an eye out on the X-Wing Starfighter because this will be a great indication of how this one will do. But I would love to hear how you think it will do. It will definitely help the community. It will help the channel. I appreciate when you do comment. And yeah, are you going to be buying this set or are you going to be avoiding it? I will give a shout out to LEGO. I am honestly shocked that they priced it at $230. I would have expected them to price it at $260. So kudos to them. I'm always ragging on them because I'm saying they're greedy, and I'm surprised they didn't go at a higher price. I personally think it's a $200 set, so there is some greed there. But I'm really shocked that they didn't go a lot more because I think they could have. And yeah, definitely comment down below if you're going to be buying this on May 4th. Are you going to buy it with the points and you're going to hold on to it, or are you going to avoid this, pick it up later before retirement if it is on a sale? I definitely want to hear these kinds of conversations because if everyone loves this set, I might change my mind and I might buy some. I would probably buy one, but I'll definitely consider it if the love for it is strong enough. So I appreciate you watching, but as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.